Hello survivors and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to be looking at the Halloween event. Historically the Halloween events in Road to Survival have been really bad. Like the trashiest events basically to ever exist, because they've been 100% exclusive events where it's a seasonal event in Halloween and it's an exclusive event, and that combo for me is not good. A seasonal event should always have a big inclusive element. One massive part of it should be 100% inclusive. There can be like secondary parts that are exclusive, for instance a second part of the stash, and this does have two parts of a stash. So in my mind, if the first part of the stash was 100% inclusive, that would make this event fine. But unfortunately this event is 95% inclusive on that first part of the stash. You can't complete the first part of the stash at the moment, just from playing, unfortunately. It's better than the past Halloween events, but that isn't really hard to do, if I'm honest. Okay, let's look at the inbox message. As you can see, it says collect witch hats and broomsticks in the Road to Terror roadmap every day and redeem them in the Halloween collection for ghost tokens. Then head to the spooky stash for some scary good rewards. You'll need cauldrons to power your way through the roadmap, and we'll give you some every day you log in. The first day you log in, you get 40. Whether you get 40 going forward is an assumption, but a lot of my calculations are going to be based on this. If you don't get 40 every day you log in and it's say 10, then this goes from not very good event to unfortunately it gets demoted down to a trash event. The Halloween collection requires 100 witch hats and 10,000 broomsticks. Looking at the roadmap already, the broomsticks are not going to be a problem. The biggest bottleneck is the witch hats. The event ends on the 7th of November and you get 24 hours until the collections close. So if you're in a different time zone or for some reason you've been a bit slow on handing stuff in. Now there are some news items on the inbox. As you can see, the Road to Terror is for the roadmap, the new event Halloween collection is for the museum collection, and the Halloween stash is obviously for the stash. There is another part of it as well with the wheel, but there is no news item message for that apparently. These do look pretty good. I like the inbox messages always. So we're going to go check out the roadmap, and as you can see I've got 52 cauldrons already, because these do also drop from raids. And I got a couple of 4s and I got a couple of 2s, I believe. I'll check out the raid screen in a bit. The first day you're going to have to get 40 of these from raids. So you're going to have to drop some cans to get these 40 cauldrons. There are going to be people out there trying to get some shovels for the other event that's going on still. Cauldrons, basically, you get from you're logging in and you get from raiding. Now, if we get 40 cauldrons a day, that means we can do the first 4 stages, and then we have to raid enough to get the second 4 stages amounts of cauldrons, which is another 40. If you do 8 stages a day, the entire roadmap gives you 130 witch hats. And that's, like I said, the bottleneck. As you can see on the stages, you get so many broomsticks, it's not going to have any problem with broomsticks at the end of the event. The witch hats are a massive bottleneck. Now you get 130 per day, 14 days assumption that it's going to be able to be done, and that's just over 1,800 witch hats that you're going to get. So that's 18 hand-ins in the museum out of a possible 20, and we'll just check out the museum now. So here's the museum. As you can see, you have a maximum of 20 that you can do, and the 20 is the first stash as well. The amount that you need for the first stash is 20. The second stash is 60. Now, if you do the 18, that means you're going to get 180,000 Descendants medals, 180 Legendary medals, and 18 of these ghost tokens for the stash. Broomsticks are not going to be a problem. Witch hats, like I say, it's the thing that's actually cutting you off. There shouldn't really be a bottleneck here. You should be getting 2,000 witch hats from the roadmap if you do it every day, but you're not at the moment, it would seem. Now you hand those ghost tokens in here at the spooky stash. Let's go from one thing, roadmaps to museum to spooky stash. It's just so many things. But there's 20 things you can get in this. Some of them are really like fine, it's great. The bottom stuff, tier 3 6-star gear is nice. One of each of the, like, I guess the top trainers is just a nice little bonus. It's going to add to your totals already. 2 gold mods is nice, but again, it's kind of RNG. You could get absolutely terrible ones. 2 silver ones, not great. There's no percentage of chance to get gold in here. It's 100% silver. Again, not great. I think these are 100% gold. They are indeed. But if you've got stun resist here or impair resist, I guess it's useful to a certain extent. The top 8 are Halloween tokens, which you redeem 100 of these on a wheel, and you get a guaranteed 5-star. If you get all 8 of these, you get 120 Halloween tokens. You need to get at least 7 of these to get a pull on the next wheel. Now, if you've only got 18 pulls, you could theoretically not get 2 of these, and that means you're not going to get a pull on the next wheel. And these Halloween tokens turn into supply depot points if you don't redeem them. So if you don't get at least 7 of these, unfortunately, you've just claimed supply depot points instead. I hope it's a miscalculation. I hope they hand out witch hats. I hope they hand out ghost tokens just so that you can actually get the full 20. This would turn this event in from a pretty bad event on the face to just a normal event, a good event. I'm not asking to have access to the second stash too much. It would be nice to be able to see what's in the second stash. Still, a year later after the first stash, second stash stuff has been added, still can't see what's in the second stash just right now, unfortunately. That's pretty poor in my opinion. So you get those 100 tokens and you take them to the token wheel, and as you can see on the far left hand side, Halloween tokens. So you go into this wheel. There are some nice characters in here. There's Davey, there's Beta, and there is Negan. Those are the premiere / promo characters in recent times. There are some old characters, maybe ones that haven't been around much. That governor that you just saw go past, he is a very old character, one of the first 20 characters released, but he's never been in an event, I don't think. Jeremiah has only been in lucky tokens, but there are also some ones that have been in 5-star tokens, we also saw Negan and who is it? It was Alpha. Both have been or are in 5-star tokens or Ascendants. Governor's in the depot. There are 5 stars, of course, in here as well. As you can see, the odds is a 2% and a 6-star. 5-star ascendable 5%, and 5-star is a guaranteed minimum at 93%. There are some nicer 5-stars in here. There is actually an exclusive 5-star in here as well, which I'll bring up. And I think that would have been a perfect reward for the first stash completion, if I'm honest, just because she looks Halloweeny in my opinion. So these are quite common. Negan, Governor, they've been in 5 stars. There's only 10 5-stars in here. I don't know why they'd be in here. They're terrible, really. We have Sawyer in here, who is a bit rarer. There is Axel and there is Dwight, who are both revives. But this is the rare character, who, the only time I've ever seen this character, Rhodey. She's been in SR quite a lot. She does look Halloweeny, and this would have been a really good completion reward for the first stash, in my opinion. If you don't really care about having certain characters, you could have just used her as fodder, or you could have just saved her for potentially her being ascendable. But I mean, I don't know. There is no completion reward on the first stash, and she does look, like I said, she looks like she's a Halloween character just based on the sort of thing on her face looking like a skull. But so that's it basically. We're not guaranteed to get a pull on this well. Some of us, there will be people out there who don't get a pull on this well unless they fix the fact that we don't get 20 pulls on the first stash. Hopefully it's a miscalculation. There are some rarer characters in here, there is this Negan who's part of a collection as well. Now I did do some raids, so I just check out my raid log so you can see. And you can see I got a few cauldrons. I also got some shovels, but I think someone even said the fact that we're getting cauldrons and shovels from the drops now. Some people just want shovels right now because they need to get the shovels for the event. But you're going to get cauldrons as well. I don't know. You're going to have to drop cans basically, unfortunately, because you need 40 of these cauldrons. There was meant to be a raid tournament today, so it would have been absolutely fine to drop cans during a tournament. I think most people were disappointed when they have to drop cans when there's no tournament going on, pretty much. So that's how you get cauldrons outside of the dailies. Now if the daily is 40 that they give you every day, this event is okay. They still need to make up for those extra 2 pulls that we're not getting. I don't think there should be exclusive elements within a first stash. That's a bad idea in my opinion. Giving you 90% or 95% of the first stash and forcing you to have to drop coins, or forcing you to have to drop money to actually complete that stash, that's kind of lame. Now, if we get 10 cauldrons on the next login days, this event is not very good at all, because you're going to have to raid so much to get cauldrons at that point, and they don't really drop enough. To get 40, I got 8 from my first 6. I'm going to have to drop 5 cans a day to do that, or use natural a lot. Early on, I'm going to have to can. I can maybe get there by day 8 or 10. My natural would have got been enough to just accumulate enough around that, but I'm not really 100% happy on the face of this event. At the end of this event, my opinion could change if they, like I say, if it is a miscalculation, they fix it. But hey, that's the way it is. But anyway, that's in this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.